just trying to reinforce your the motivations for this listening to this teaching. So it's really to extend benefit and happiness to all sentient beings. So this who says somebody requested for the explanation of the Tara's mantra. So your name? Who's requested? Is that you?
Yeah.
Okay. No. No. Okay. So just to fulfill your request, so I will briefly explain the about the Taras, the mantra, and then maybe later on, but not tonight, but we'll explain about the Genesis mantra. No. The mantra Om Tare Tutare Turi Soha, that's the Taras mantra. You can find more from some other the Tara text. No, so have a look. You've already got that mantra. No. No. Maybe take seat.
Yeah. Demi Tsema, Ma said the Karsego, Ma said. Demi Tsema said, Ma said Karsego, Ma said Matas, Ma said hits, Tas and Shabbos. Ma said Shabbos, Jibali Shabbos, Dungali Shabbos, Tama Nojili Shabbos, Lamasong, Dungali Shabbos. Dungali Shabbos, Jajan, Shiranya, the Abshuti, Mosle, Jibali Shabbos, Dungali Shabbos, Jana, Shiranya between the Tam Mosle. Don't said Tessa, she's so much. Don't say, God said Tessa goddess. I suppose lost by you get to go on the parties.
So, Om Tare Tutare Turi, that's called because the mantra, which is a Sanskrit word, and it means, which has consists of two syllables, like a mantra. So the first syllable man, which
mantra
long. No. So just explaining the meaning of this term mantra, which is in Tibetan is nga. So the mantra, which is means the mind, and tra means to protections. So the protection of the mind. No. And as to the meaning of protecting the mind from what, then we can protect the mind from fears. That's another one explanation, or from sufferings, or from ordinary perceptions. So but the Tsongkhapas then also explain that the protections in terms of protection from sufferings. And also, if you refer to the Heart Sutra, so that also has some meaning of the term mantra. Where is the implication of the mantra in that Heart Sutra?
Then in the Junga, then to the Junga, he had it. That is my large, take no money partition.
And then also we also can also explain, if you go a little bit further detail, then there is like a definitive, or the explanation, and then there is a indefinitive, or the relative, or the ultimate, or the relative explanation of the meaning of the mantra. So the ultimate sense, ultimate meaning of the mantra, then it, in this context of Tara, then it refers to the Taras, like the omniscient mind of the Tara. No. All knowing or omniscient mind of Tara. So the relative mantra, they refer to the Tara. Like for example, here is Tara mantra, which we recite, which we repeat. So that is the is an example of a relative the mantra. So by depending on or by repeating the relative mantra, that which if you're reciting that mantra, and then then we are able to which enable us to bring us closer to the realization of the definitive or the definite mantra, which refers to the omniscient state of omniscient mind of the Buddha.
That Tarasen Drama said, paying in the kitchen, young Loza, Drama, Landia. Canadian Zelda. Taraman, Drama, Shaware, the Troa, Shaware. Carasena, such a thing, the one quality, they couldn't meet Tara, he meant to.
And then the Tara, which in Tibetan is called Dolma, means a liberator, liberator, and she's called give the name as a liberator because she had liberated innumerable or a limitless sentient being from cyclic existence. So that's what she's called. A liberator or Dharma.
That's on the tongue and then the Om, the Om and got the oil red, or the Long Gonde.
And then the mantra begin with the syllable Om, and like a Om, and which normally is called as the beginning of mantra.
And
then this Om mantra can be explained, in terms of the or as a symbols of the like holy body, speech, and the mind of the deity, like Tara.
God is so good they are all masses say so yard, the more iron, then oil and the ma. So yard. Now all the so good in God yard and all language. Ma didn't go yard, the colleague, and the almost teaching of Tina, that constitutes separating.
So in the Sanskrit, the word Om, so which is consists of three letter, like a a or ma, and even the way it is now like a or ma. So the way it like a ma, sorry. So where it is written, so you see the a and then on top, and there's a little like a circle, like a drop, which symbolizes the the ma and then the o. Yeah.
that is a constitution, Saba, then is on Dona, Pasha Chebe Yagur, on the Democracy, good. So, Sana goes to the Atena, I think the tongue, and then one gentleman in the Yaboya, some there to them.
So since this, even the Om, so representing or symbolizing the Tara's holy body, speech, and mind, or rather the qualities of the body, speech, and mind of the Tara. So therefore, when we say that out, so it has the benefit of achieving the qualities of the Tara's body, speech, and mind.
Drumming and Jibal Logi Muboya, Nel Logi, that tell Giant, didn't call Tares and Duma Quadra. The Tares and Jibal, there is an Dumal, Sohas and there is just use it. Quality, Jibal, Ned draw, they thought you just use that and Sohas. How course not that there is.
And then the mantra, Tara mantra begins with the Om, and then you have a Tare, which means to free liberating, or freeing from cyclic existence, and then Tutare, freeing from all fears, and then Ture, which is freeing from all sufferings, and then Soha, which means to stabilize, stabilize. So therefore, in each of these words, like the meaning of this mantra, like freeing from cyclic existence. So there is relating to that. So there are many stories which kind of illustrate the why this Tara is called as the one who free the being from cyclic existence.
Roma Shasandona, Tenir, because it's yet a temple going. Then calling Jiba, you want Teniba, Shasandra, the third, anything. No Shandong, Roma again, Roma there, Shandor Ray on that.
So, in fact, there's a long version of the prayers to the Tara called Tibetan is a Lektima. So, if you refer to that prayer, so that has more. You find more about the Taras, and so in this way, if we take into account of all this, the meaning of the mantra, then how, as we say this Tara mantra, so we are actually taking refuge in the Tara as a liberator, as a protector, and so therefore the important to think, when we say the mantra, so it's important to develop all these faith and fully, trust ourselves in the Tara as a refuge or as a protectors for ourselves. Okay, so so last week, so we stopped at so it says, therefore, just as you tolerate bleeding or burning as a treatment to cure a severe illness, so it is appropriate to bear small sufferings for the sake of preventing great sufferings.
다들 계속 엄마 셰산 디나 지지tin 계속 엄마다 셰세 내 첨보 전에 소위 차설了다 나도 제 뒤에 모두 될了제바 다스 대 가르세는 내 첨보 큰 준비시다고 전에 다시를 소비 다 내가 주주도 제거다 더 야는 내 첨보 연구가 말어 저는 대도 나 네가 다 가서 가서 영화 중어질 제전 영화 처음 용부터 알아. 저는 대다 알아. 맞아 내제 중어질 가서 내가 콜제 마다 콜 근로산 근로 잠만 되네. 봐 먹을 영화 영게 다 근로 녀면 쏘고 알아. 근로 녀면 쏘고는 다사가 내중에는 가서 제바 거면 내가 전부도 근데 와지. 얘는 가서 미스당 용도. 동봉하자 제 미지가 서서 로바이나 제인지 대제 체가 문제돼. 너제 문제봐 첨부들라나 콜제 야나 제바 첨부 말하든 가자 근로 첨부 요거 뭐야. 코 맞아 야야야 만반반이지. 녀서를 가서 방 토인 예매 들라다. 다 제바 고 마토 베티 근로 예매 등한 토인서 토하로 들어가는 가서 용건 와서 대도 가르네. 녀녀네 상도 와래. 다나 등화 내제 등화 칭 제비 제가 심해가 되네. 제바 컴퓨터에서 심해가 되는 등화 첨부되는 거도 와래서. 다 대통령들 내게 리바래 머리가 셔더 리소스 대는 제바 셔더 리소스 하쳐때 머리가 리바래 셔더는 리소스 다들 단초 머리발라데 다들
So we understand from this just this these lines from the text, so which use a very good example of how we, in order to be cure or to be healed from a very severe disease, then we really have to, as part of the process of the healing process, sometimes we have to, or to cure that, so we have to be patient for the whatever the treatment that apply to that for the process of curing that, in terms of in certain the process involved even burning or cutting, whatever that involved, we have to tolerate those pain. So in that way, so by tolerating that, then we are able to overcome or this or get rid of this such illness. So in a similar way, what is the implication here is that we should be able to. Implication here is that we should be tolerating any some minor harm that we receive from harm doer or from others, and sometimes it is when we by not tolerating that, instead by not tolerating that, then we will be the increasing, we'll be generating then the hatred, and then so in this way then we will be creating ourselves a cause for the lot more like a greater the amount of sufferings in the futures. So in terms of our everyday life, how it is, what is saying here is sometimes it's important that we whether the other persons or who's been showing one or doing something unpleasant, undesirable things, whether that's something with friend or others. So how sometimes if we are not careful, how even initially that undesirable thing that we receive from other can be really very minor one, but however if we do not, if we tolerate that, then that is the end, and in that way we can, what is saying here, by tolerating that, then we will be able to prevent a greater amount of sufferings. Whereas by not tolerating that, and then how we can be creating certain causes for the sufferings, which greater number of suffering in futures.
Kuntriki nyemu yabosa, zebi pe yaboshi, desu ngana zebi nyole chengejina, ngado kunro le yungode, keche tsambode kunro le na, keche nyebadi kunro maa sheni, lo zombi ngwala, chi toa tendeng yungode ngado. Keche tsambode kunro le yungode de, kuntri nyebaso, zebi pe chi sogode, kunro maa shen logode. Se zombo taka le yungode. Yina, kuntri ngode mando badwa. Tene nga tenga zu tobo yara. Kunro massage, ngado kali kangore, kunro sagare, kunro on the mandade, ngado togo yare. Then in the med jegor. How do I think that? Is that some don't taste a young Shabalang, other kunro level in Yemit Sogan, Londo, then couldn't go there. Zebi fair soda? Then the Zeva Gombala, Toshi laying there. Sono sentito una yapon di oggi, ya ta che se ta la donna tro mari pala se ta.
So so it is the what is most effective in terms of for us to overcome or to prevent anger and hatred, but to integrate this the practice of patience. So it is to always trying to think over the shortcomings of anger, and on the one hand, and on the other hand, to think over the benefits of practicing patience. So it is if we have to if we have to completely have to prevent the anger from the arising, it might be quite difficult for us. But however, if we make an effort, it is possible for us to be not even if the anger arises, it doesn't fully control us. We can prevent it from fully overpowering or controlling us. So by, for example, after the arising of the anger in a moment, then afterwards, after a moment after the arising, if we think about the shortcoming, if we become more aware of that, of this, damage, the harm that anger, if you do not control that, it can do to us, and all to think about the virtue of practicing patience. And so by thinking about that, then it is possible to actually stop that from further increasing in the next moments. So therefore that's what exactly it is said in that last sentence saying here, and also we talked about this more in the early one as well.
하죠. 로드 마라 뭐 마라 정게 싶어지. 뭐도 제방에 봐쇼. 뭔게서 근로들에 와. 그래도 그러니까 들리선은 야본데 와 있어. 이제 먼저 얘네들 근로 추스 도시도 근로가 되니까 오늘 만들어서 아주 개좀 뭐 싫어라는데 와 있어. 단지는 말래 이거다. 수선 도도야 다 손이야.
So if we think about this, then we can recognize that really the the anger is one of the most like a powerful cause to destroying our mental peace and happiness, and also it is that which it is a very destructive cause, very true in terms of having some very negative impacts on our personalities, our own conduct, and as a in changing ourselves as a persons, changing ourselves into a very inhuman, persons. So therefore, there is. If at the same time, if we think about if we make an effort, then it's possible to at least to minimize or to decrease the anger, and as well as or to reduce its force or upon us. Okay, so now we continue with next sections, which is on analysis of the basis. The anger is unjustified. So which says on analysis of the basis, the anger is unjustified, has two parts. So analyzing the cause of harm and where the fault lies, and then analyzing your commitments. No. I don't got it wrong, is it? No. Sorry, I got the wrong. Sorry. No. Is that the one on analysis of the basis? Anger is then nebe yuda gyönje gyömela tawa means analyzing the cause of harm. Doesn't it? I think it was mandras. Yeah, looks a bit different. Didn't mandras don't win. Which where you got it? Can you show her the slow text? This is where the cause of harm and where the fault lies. Maybe you don't. No, yeah, it is. Yeah, that's down there. No.
대인 세도 나기 리스 저도 water 롱게 켈롱알 따바 저들을 만들어서 in the cases, they said the dog, in cases, doing yes, and said dog is a lishuna, conscious and choa sheds. Sure, may soon watch in the Rana, said the Mazet Dungan juice, Dunga jazz. Send the dog is Zunjana, they'll never sullen chores. Lala Mombay in Nation, Lala said the Mombay Trosh in Tonjo, tell us she made Congress, and then she said the GP going in bass, then they wrong kilo no 30 months.
Tagarino. Okay.
I'm not sure that the Palader Chilatic.
Married
Kansas shows last. Kansas shows last. You know, the church has such a young catch. The much of Arachila, Jennifer Helen Rodia. The much of Sikawang, Emanachila.
Mariti Tagarish.
I don't mind that.
Okay. So, analyzing the cause of harm and where the fault lies, and then analyzing your commitments, and then analyzing the causes of harm and where the fault lies. So, which the engaging in the Bodhisattva's deed says, his sword and my body are both causes of sufferings. So he obtained the sword, I obtained the body. At which should I be angry? If blinded by craving, I've obtained the obsessed with a human form, so painful that it cannot bear to be touched. With whom should I be angry when it is hurt? Yes. That
just the dog leader. Never should lead Jerry. Red not do the lemon, how to lead here not century. You got Dunga Jerry. Jerry is that this in sending a dog a leisure. You know, question and trade. Just send out little trade. True, it's a nature and Trasaka. Marie says, Gong de Ago, Gola, Goshelan and Troa, yes, so the verse which says, his sword and my body are both causes of suffering. So he obtained the sword, I obtained the body. At which should I be angry? So here it points out that the object which experiences the pain is your body, and the cause of that pain, or the instruments or the weapon that is used, which is to cause that pain, and so that is that's the weapon or the instrument. So it is just asking. So which one do you direct your anger? No. It's a red, and then some the opposite. They said the dog lay, you got doing it, they say dog lay, sure, Jabber, Gonshilan choices, selling choices, little choice. All I'm David Dumas, Dumas, the wrong gives in it, later than such a generation. That's your Sanjal leader. You thought Nature and Tom River, Nature, Sanjal and Tesan, wrong a little bit, just tell you or some test on sure I may intend to someone that they someway that I will get it. So it's just asking us whether is our anger or is it directed to this body, and which experience the pain, or is directed to the weapons or the instrument that is used to cause that pain. So it's just asking where our anger is directed. No. Sure, many things you know, that ran a message in the Dunga send dog is in the Zunjana, tell and never Salan Tross are going there. Sure, me, you know, the new one. This shit, I see sharp courage. And then, what? Sure, other than little that's Yavan, Papa Kanga Paru, Pantotem. Papa Masha, Macaron, you know, that tell about Ren, and the Sagama, told the Ragudia, that's Shawa, then they let them know it's illegitimate. Shawa, me, then Zun, I was in it, Papa tell. Then ran a choose Zana Mazabaras. Mazabara, then Ronin got Hala. Running ye, then Noche Shira Luni, among the dogs you are. Not the Zunita, they'll never sent a sullen trogies. So dog cheese, the more dog cheese. The liquor on Tezzel, the Maravish rest, is a Maratini Ligerators, that most at the end of the Sala, cheese and quarter of a roger.
So as he says, if blinded by craving, I have obtained this obsessed with the human form. So it's just the indicating that how the actually the nature of our this our body is like is almost it is like like how when due to when there's a sudden disease, that the body's skin of the body will just fall off, and when a person with such a disease, then can even a slight touch of that to the skin of the person can cause a great deal of excruciating pain. So what it's saying, this is nature, our nature of our this body that we have acquired. It is in the nature of such a suffering, and then. So painful that it cannot bear to be touched. So with whom should I be angry when it is hurt? And then it's also when it's blinded by craving, but yet to even despite the fact this is our body has this nature of easily being harmed or being for us to experiencing such a pain. So yet we are mentally, we are so attached to the to that body. So we cannot even a tiny, and the pins of our body, we cannot even tolerate that, and so this verse just raises the caution that this is the pain that we experience. So it is the very nature of this sufferings, nature of our body, and we're born with that kind of body, and so therefore the also raise the question of why why we are also so attached to and towards this body.
Lala Mombi never Lala Tene, Goza Lala Tene, Mombi Unge, so Javas never seen this. Lala Mombi Mutation, Tronchilas, Yeneres. Goza Kajan, Mombi Unge, Tene, Jara, so Java never seen this. Goza Lala Mombi Unge, trying you in this. Tell us, tell us, Kongi Shas. Shadow, Jeba, their coins, that's another. Lala Mombi never said, Lala Mombi twice. Tell her, she may Kongi Sha. She has a Jibai, Kongi is, that's something to try to come this, that's on the some tattoo and the other. You know how called them. Lala Mombi so check. Lala Mombi Ongi, then call you out, call Royal Mombi Ongi said. And then you could have let called Royal, Lala Mombi never says. more general mobbing on gig, Jagas or Dal Jua Mashibata, Jamaga Dunga, David Dunga Jua, Majam Mobbing with them, I just saw Jabas or Ramba, you won't do what. I saw the tenant, Momo only never share so Jabas, so never Lala on Begaton, and trying with you, Mobi only Japan on Madus. Tanya got the shares of Chipare. She met the Congress with Shammer, Gizetti, Janata, Najan Trojan Maris, other segment, Takelon, La Top and that.
And then says, and also, if some people out of confusions harm others, while others in confusion get angry with them, so who is blameless and who is to blame? So, which is also indeed very true, that how when we receive harm or when we think of those who cause harm to other being, and so the cause for them to undertake such a do such harmful action is to related to their ignorance mind, like like a confused state of mind, and how due to that their confused or the ignorant state of mind, they can even undertake the actions which can even kill, act of killing of other beings, and then as well as those those who receive the harm, and they cannot even tolerate the receiving harm. So that is also the cause of which is also related to their their ignorance or their confused state of mind of not knowing. So here the ignorance or the confusion is primarily referring to relating to the law of cause and effect. That is to how the not knowing that the virtues results in happiness, and the non-virtue results in unhappiness. So but not completely blinded by this truth of this of the functioning of the law of cause and effect, then blinded by that, then the people cause harm to others, and people and also the retaliate the other as well.
Niente se da ronchivo c'è tavata niente lol shuni de c'è lol shubara shubala tan kondo yeten java mazaba cho mari varias so tavata rochivi c'è de tavata kella redene kella lol shua rede kondo yina tene ala mazaba tene mazaba tan cho mari varias kondo yina ronji jevete tavata lol shunge ten no choa mariba mazaba choa mariba marina that is how can do it.
And then the next heading, which is analyzing your commitment, so which says develop the fortitude of patience, thinking it is wrong for even Sharvakas who act for those who act for their own purpose alone, to be impatient and get angry. So so even like a Sharvaka or the hearers, so whose main aim is to fulfill their own spiritual goals, So and for in order for them to just to fulfill their own spiritual goals, it is necessary or it is wrong it is inappropriate for them to lose their temper, or to be impatient and get angry.
Jajiteta, Shubari, Senjita, Tabachimol Shubari, Shuada, Sanjayoso, Zuala, Tachinyo, Zoni, Zebi Shagares, Little Yama, Zebazo, Zuala, Tachatimi, Zeniba Sonita, Zebi was then, Sesheba Shagares, Seba Shagaret,
and then they continue the attack. So, of course, it is wrong for me. Because I committed myself to achieving the benefit and happiness of all living beings when I generated the spirit of enlightenment. So I act for others' welfare and care for all beings. So this just clearly shows that how if one as one has cultivated this bodhicitta mind. So what is that? What is that bodhicitta mind? Is that you resolved yourself to work for the benefit to benefit all sentient beings. So therefore for someone, if as mentioned earlier, if it is necessary, if it is wrong for someone who is seeking for their own spiritual goal is to be impatient. So there is what needs to be mentioned. So if someone or those others who have actually committed to work for the welfare of all sentient beings, there's no need to mention that how it is wrong to be impatient with others.
They chat, Shanshi Domba Zuni, Rujin Davachi, Parashima, Yijin Davachi, being a boy yellow, so be Jasi about Tatang, such as the Balagi, Sonny, and by Jedisha going back.
So when it's when it says here, I commit myself to achieving the benefit and happiness of all living beings. So like when I generated the spirit of enlightenment, so here, when you generate the spirit of enlightenment, so you have genuinely aspire to achieve the supreme enlightenment in order to benefit all sentient beings, and then then having generated this aspiration or for supreme enlightenment, then you also in order to fulfill the welfare of all the sentient being, then you engage in you commit yourself or taking the precepts, like Bodhisattva's precepts, and then engaging resolving to engaging into all the Bodhisattva's deeds, six perfection deeds, and as well as the four means of gathering the others. So something you have, since you are committed to this, so therefore it is very obvious that it's very necessary that then you have to be practicing the patience.
Da bodoi shan da man de so je temba la chin de ma she ba ye de ne ba pa so shu na ze ba ma go ba na de temba tsa ne che da shi se du she chen ne ba ta she ba se ne da ne ne de ne da ba to yin na she de ne da ba to ye de temba tsa ne shi bi she ba ye se de ne she je ne temba o ja la mes rong ge da ba sha na je ne ge ne yi su ga dong de ne lo je de temba she ta so je de ba ge ni che su ye ta je ne ra temba ge ni she ta de ji de go ta de so je de dong ba sha so na da so yin na so ga dong ba da temba ge ni temba na temba sa da de ne sha la me be rong ge dong ba shen ne ge ne je na su ba dang ha de ma de ne ga lo be je ya je ju ni ju ma da ne je da pa pa ne ke ko ba je da no la lo na ne te me te ne me te je da de wa ta ne je la je da ma le ba je da ne te da shi ba la madem ro su sta de da man de ja ru dia.
And then he continues, also the Buddha was said, the Buddha's teaching is to commit no sin. So when you fail to cultivate patience with a slight harm, you make the curse. May this eradicate the teachings. So thereby you give up your vow, and this eradicates the teachings. So we do not have the teaching as a whole. So when we break our vow, we dissipate what we do. So the main implication here is that how when we speak of the Buddha's teachings, whether existence of Buddha's teaching or not, so it doesn't help even if the Buddha's teaching exists in the world or in general. But if it doesn't exist in within yourself, so this is what the implication here is, that how even if teaching exists in general or in the world, but if it doesn't exist in oneself, that is, if one break one's own precepts or and so forth, then you are depriving yourself of this the Buddha's teachings. So we dissipate what we do have, and then continue. And also, when a yak has been saddled up for carrying goods, if the saddle tightens around his tail, he bucks and the saddle beats against his legs. If the saddle is loosened, the straps drop and the yak is happy. So similarly, if you do not relax around a harm doer, so the harm doer matches what you do, and you steadily become more unhappy. And then the next heading, showing that compassion is appropriate.
Dado, sen dado, shemi ten nonjo, jiba sheba la, da sewa she gide, la she jes, choa do, nele che do, she do kala ru, nyo de, ni taba ne che do, ni taba senba wos. That's a terror, that's a good one. The minute Loyabu Java sent in the sense of Tom Tata, Daniel Pass, Nepaya, Maramaya, Dani, and Jenny Donna, 세제 토장만의 자든이 많이 봐도 봐진 적도 깔고 의사들 라시에 손 세나 니도 자워져도 저 맞아 매바도 스라 너 중앙 것만 이제 되는 적도 사람들 통제되는 못다 말이야 소도 자 소도요 뭐자 내가 영화선 영화든지 영화시 나죠 영화세 나 맞은지 영화 접어도 되네 아 등에 저 녀모비 되니 봐 생녀데 녀니 라 롱게 센다도 심에 대존 집아셔 롱게 센다다니 대다다면 심에 대전 집아셔 봐라 나 세와샤 게제지 세와샤 게제스 당연히 근데 당한도 산도 근데 다 산도 안도 생체를 배 제다 니제 용거야 너 저러 산도가 라 라마저가 병에는 다 생체를 생체 내가 시신 반내를 대제 파죠 그 세와리 그래 세와리 지들이 산도 생도야 얘는 내가 안도 산도네 앞에도야 세제 토제 토만 내반에 호하나스 코아나라도 다게 파마라 소비 녀도 자오 마자바 메바당스 대토제 못다바네 당연히 소도 자라 못다바 너시는 것도 자는 진도라 자노레스 단단하요나 동화신 능만하나 동화신 동화된지 동화세 나니 나제데 영왕에서 나되면 등이 져더니 녀모비가 봐 대지 봐 세야 뜬녀니 다 롱게 더도 심이 대용 이제 봐셔봐라 다 세와시 기저 초아도 내려져도 셔도 갈라르 녀네 니 사반이 sem바샤오 나냐 니든 니 타반 서바 타반 서바 타반 얘네 니지 서바 타니 선들이 도스도와 얘네 산도가 야데 야본도 아디시 쳐서 말로 야본도
So under these sections in the author, Tsongkhapa saying the not only we should stop retaliating or being impatient with others, but in fact rather so we should be showing compassion, cultivating compassion for others, and so it shows here how to arouse compassion within us. So if I read, contemplate from the depths of your heart. So all living beings have been in cyclic existence since beginningless time, and there is not one who has not been my friend and relatives, fathers, mother, etc. So being impermanent, so they lose their lives and are miserable due to three types of sufferings. And crazed by the demons of the afflictions, so they destroy their own welfare in these and future lives. So I must generate compassion for them. So how could it be right to get angry or to retaliate for them? So we reflect upon the situations of all the other sentient beings. That how we reflect that how since beginningless times, how as far as our relationship with them go, then as is saying here, there's no certainty, there's no there's no certainty in so like in terms of they being our friend or our enemies or strangers, and so there's no certainty there, and also also to reflect upon the fact that they are all beings are in the nature of nature of impermanence, and so therefore they are all subject to death, the sooner or later, so they all be separated, from their life, they lose their life, and also to reflect upon the fact that how they all are inflicted with the very great sufferings of three types of the sufferings, all subject with those three sufferings, and not only that, not only they are suffering, but also they they are also, their mind is also completely the influence or under the influence of this, like like a demon, like afflictive mental afflictions, and so therefore the what is saying here is, and because of due to that, so they they not only they are suffering, but they are also, they do not see what is really beneficial and harmful for their in their future, either it's an immediate future or in a distant future. And so therefore what is saying is, if we reflect on this situation, then we can able to arouse this sense of compassion, and then there is no way that then we will feel animosities, towards them.
That's something. Then the past, then that I need to should maybe near things I am way out of your name, and then should maybe need to be attached when this on to the Sunday. A lot of near to Zam Hanjaba, said that's on theatre, or something, and should maybe need to level. Yeah, sure, don't watch it. Chapaship, dice, don't watch it. But much yard or make it. Padma, near Majava, so you never son to it. That's on theatre. Then you have nearby never son to what Tata, and then that's on theatre.
And if we reflect on this, what is mentioned here, and then we can cultivate, arouse even the kind of compassion which is like a unbiased and which is impartial, because as it implies here that how there is no certainty in our relationship with them, whether so therefore there is no it is saying here, so therefore there is no ground for us to be feeling close to some other beings, with attachment, nor feeling aversions towards others, and with feeling seeing them as something distant, and or the indifferent, towards others who without such feeling of close or distance. So in this way, if we take this, what is mentioned here, into as a way to generate compassions, then the compassion will be unbiased and an impartial one.
He says that you know, some don't happen. Mother Kashel Ched, Yenny, Niji Chekus and Dave, Mother Drash and Wami said, Mother, you Ched Manana, the days are Santona in war. Other say, Tasha Mugtanya, but go so catch about Yabaso, such a bala, Mazaba Gabala, is that easy. You know, so the Jam other Nija Shamba, catching other Rojan, she lay with the Ling David Sosan, and a chain with the answer. So Gasa, the Shazan, yes, I tell you. She and a chen yenichi, Shamba Goma, chen yenija goma, long leg with the Chim Moisen Dejere, the Nissan Dono, and Dutch and a chen, yes, and you know. By Miss Henry and Yenu, Dania Pass, Shaban Yomba, the new Bason to the new Abu with the 1,000 tattoo. I let Tanya Pare go so. Yes.
So it's so remind us that how it is necessary for us to in order to cultivate compassion towards certain other people, like which we view as enemies or as strangers. So we need to make some kind of deliberate effort in order to arise compassion within us. So it's not like to feeling compassion and love towards some other being who we feel close to, and rather sometimes to those who are close to us, whether it is our connections bond with them is whether it's something physical or whatever it is, and then this feeling of love and compassion would arise naturally, and there's not much need of effort. But however, if we were to show compassion to some others, like enemies and the stranger, then we need to put an effort, and then as is mentioned here. So we need to take into account of how even those are also exactly no different from our own friends. They at one time they also been our friends. So therefore we see that there's the fact that they are enemy, we seen as enemy now, it doesn't mean that they're always enemy like that. There's no difference. Say we can see there's no difference from our friends. So in this way, we need to make a deliberate effort, and then through this we'll be able to generate compassion towards all beings. So now we move on to the next one, which is stopping impatience with those who prevent your praise, fame, or honor, and with those who have contempt for you or say offensive or unpleasant things to you. So stopping impatient with those who prevent your praise and so forth, and with those who have contempt for you and so forth, has two parts. So first, stopping impatient with those who prevent three things: praise, fame, or honor. And then second, stopping impatient with those who do three things to you, have contempt for you, or say offensive or unpleasant things to you.
So la yete me be so son ba no ta te re me ta tomo ne ye ye ro la te ba do ra bo za ye ro la te ra to rong ge cha ba ne ora ne se ma na ta la shu ge rong ge cha ba ja ni se so so te ba to bo za ni se gu ne so so te ba to ni se go za me na ye ne ji ni se ma cha ba de de me la za la ta ka de se te ta ye te ka de se te ta yo are yeah, that was and that was so like maybe so that was a so that's on that
and continues the first, stopping impatient with those who prevent three things: praise, fame, or honor. So stopping impatient with those who prevent three things, praise and so forth, has three parts. Reflecting on how praise and so forth lack good qualities, and second, a reflection on how praise and so forth have faults. Third, the need to delight in those who prevent praise and so forth.
Ne me ba yong ne me ba yong me de le da yong de chen da do ne chen da do chen da ga ro de ne shama la de shin me ge da sen no to ba su ne xie wa yen je de ni bo gong yong me be de da nyo ba la mo ga wa no Then that terrason della yete maybe so that in Yomalata, Madu Kundasa, Terratoma Conyo, Kundasa, Atere, Yomala Maga Anos, Terhakosota, Jenga Terraton, Travaziba Tiga, that send the Seria Peg, the Peg, name of Pegmode, Red the Alapeng, Pegmode, Sendado, Sender. Shamala, Senotoba so. Shamala de Senosabala so, then she was yet in Bocoyo, maybe Teta Yomala, Maganas, Teta P. Teratoba Panyobashabato. Then Rabajaba Yobashanga, Maga, Marias, Maga, and Tandin Peshe. How come the other there?
Yes. So so continue with the explanation. Reflection on how praise and so forth lack good qualities. So when others praise you and spread your fame, it serves neither of two purposes. For this life, it doesn't bring you long life, health, and the like. And for future life, it doesn't bring merit and so forth. Therefore, do not get attached to fame and praise, but reproach yourself by thinking, my displeasure when my praise and fame are ruined is no different from. So anyway, that's comes later. So essentially, so here the advice is to how to prevent the feeling of hurt or wanting to or losing one's temper because of some other who is causing harm to one's fame, one's reputations, or one's good names, and so therefore it points here that about to think about if you reflect on what is the advantages of those having good names and fame.
Shoma Madam Kubana Chegar, then Kobi give up going to my Desan Nisa Yamare, that's how that is changing good leg. Then go give up coin, Madrid, Shemichi, the Kova Dibanas, Dibana, then Shiva Chung said, Shiva and Jiba, Shiva Chunga no Ato. Dani Cheva Metonio, Rola Meni, Chava Maya was in it. What you say, Shimon Kuala, Mat Des and Conga, Dura. The 10 was the essay, that is changing city. No, that's how come the other. Cover Diba, na Shiva, the Jiva, my Shiva Chunga. Chunga no, I don't say that you get Matamu.
So it's he points out here that how if we think about the benefits of having good names and reputations. So in terms of our in this life or in immediate time frame, does it has any value to living longer life, or does it help one to improve one's health? Of course, there is no such benefit, and likewise in terms of the future life, does it help on to create or increase the merit? So of course, it has no such benefits. So therefore, it continues here that therefore do not get attached to fame and praise, but reproach yourself by thinking, my displeasure when my praise and fame are ruined is no different from when small children cry upon the collapse of their sand castles, so which lack any of the requisite for dwelling. So like a sand castle, even if has no purpose, it cannot give us a shelter or to live there. But still, if when you damage the sandcastle, then the children can be very upset and they will cry. So it is saying it is same way. So is to concerning about the damage to one's good names and the reputations.
ona le dewa ji ngor ta ngor dewa de nera ngado sejen dewa tere ta tene chena ta rode da rode shinjena dela rode chi shi rode ka ka mo de ta so da rong ge te sen ma sejen te da ona se sheme se chena ma de se no ji ba chi ona se je ba ni se kombe do no da to de ma ni ona ne ba ma ni ona le dewa ja ta ya 다 먼저 와서 때라도 잡아녀봐 제가 다 때라 잡아녀 가까이 배우면 돼 녀봐라 더 가르쳐야 얘나 로데 신이나 레다 다게 로데 신잖아 될라 로데 찐네 지시에 로데 가까이 못 돼다 대다 만도 된 세노지 봐서 세지 봐 또지 봐 내내 봐 레데와 생각하거든 된제가 다 먼저 와서 로데 신나 되나 대로 보면 돼 아시 되네 자라 때라도 봐도 되네 잡아라 돼 녀바셔 봐라 뭐가와 가네 다 뭐가가 되네 다 뭐가 용면 돼서 대해서 되는 그런 용어가 말 다서 돼 제가 고토와 되니까요.
So then continue with the engaging in the bodhisattva states. Praise, fame, and honor do not cause merit, nor longevities, nor cause strength, nor health, nor bring physical well-beings. So once I understand my own welfare, what meaning is there for me in those? So this just reminding to us that that what we seek in our life, is like as said here, as this like longevities, like a good health and a strong bodies and a good merit and so forth, and so therefore the and these things the fame. So then it says, once I understand my own welfare, so what meaning is there for me in those? So there is no meaning in those laws. So this verse which says, praise, fame, and honor, so forth. So that shows the how the practice of the bodhisattvas, that how by applying this way of thinking, then bodhisattvas never get the loose temper, to feel hurt, by their name or their reputations being damaged, and so therefore it doesn't harm, causing harm, harming to their their name and the fame, and it doesn't cause harm to the mind of the bodhisattvas. So, however, as it says here, and also when it says here, and also when their sandcastle collapse, children cry in great distress. Likewise, my mind is childish when my praise and fame are ruined.
Ronge said the tema in Rocky. Then call Shoshi, show the Jiba Ni, Yetela, Trado Shawate, Gay Shawan, Yoba, Shato, Yon the Sony Chin, then Tetala Chin, Yinju Shaba Shate, State Sudre, Tele, that they are called the other. There was soon, say. There might be there are the Trabanagar, they show passion, issues, and said the Apunonia, Garo, Sado Garo, in the Vayor, they show. There might be in the novel belong to that. Shows about the rich and the Ra, Terrasola, the Eteme, Terrasola, Shea, Sundry, Son Tony, Maga, Mebar, Son Tezo, ya. There was la soba na se, there my inwa Jesus. Shoshi call a shoot that good. Shoshi Jibadan, Yetela, Todo Shabadan, and gay, Shano, Yoba Shato, the Sonny, Tetala, Yinju Sheba Shates, Yinju Sheba, Shoshi Sheba, Gago Jamatas on Teto. There are some Majato Ale or Tandim some Teto,
And then the next heading, which is reflection on how praise and so forth have faults. So the thinking of reflecting on the faults of praise and so forth. As it says here, the faults are develop disgust for praise and so forth, thinking praise, fame, and honor distract my mind with the meaningless, destroy my disenchantment with cyclic existence, so make me jealous of those with good qualities, and spoil my virtuous activities. So here, one think over, overcome the desire for such praise and fame by thinking on the shortcomings of the friend of the praise and so forth. So such as it says, shortcomings are praise and fame and dishonor distract my mind. So they can be serve as a cause of great many distractions. Like how we see some people who become very popular, then they get invited here and there, and then they always trying to fulfill, go to so many, get distracted from what they're supposed to be doing by that way, and then the destroy my enchantment with cyclic existence. So that is the effects on one's these renunciations. The sense of the thought of like the wanting to freeing oneself to or the from cyclic existence. So and then make me jealous of those with good qualities, so it increase jealousies and spoil my virtuous activities. So when we think on this faults or the shortcoming of them and this, and then that also help us to be not to be us to be not, like losing our temper, losing or not feeling impatience toward those who cause harm to our good names and fame. And so engaging in the Bodhisattva's deed says, praise and so forth distract me, destroy my disenchantments, promote my jealousy of those with good qualities, and destroy all that is good. And then the next heading, the need to delight in those prevent praise and so forth. So under this heading, so one see rather that there's a reason for to feel joy and to take delight when there is harm to one's to receiving praise and one's fame and so forth. So as he says here, if you reflect on this, stop your anger and feel delight from the depths of your heart, thinking in that case damage to my praise, fame, gain and honor protect me from going to miserable realms, so it cuts the bonds of my attachment, and like the Buddha's blessings, so they block the door through which I'm about to enter into sufferings. So thinking like this, so you should, from the depth of your heart, stop anger and feel happy. So rather gives a different way, more positive way of looking at when there's damage to one's, praise.
Dāngi sēnu yēshē gōdā jēne nēngyam dēdā dāni tāzā rē ngē sō dā tūngā sūshī chē dā shū mō nō sē dāngi jēne chōwā tēnyē lā sē nye dō kati chē dā lā chē jīn chē mā gē sē kati jī mā gē chē mā gē rā chē mā gē sē gōdā dā jī chō shē bā dēlā dāni dēdā chō dāni tūngā chē dā jū lē lā sō jē jē dē shē jī lō shē lō jē rē sē moto gompa ninjaba tela dagi chetanto tade ta shinji sa ya ha nyaba jiba nyaba so sa sala maga ga ba zaba ga ba mazaba ga ba.
And then continues, engaging in the Bodhisattva's deeds states, therefore are not those involved in destroying praise of me and the like, engage in protecting me from falling into miserable realms. So I diligently seek freedom and do not need the bonds of gain and honor. How could I get angry with those who free me from bondage? So I'm about to descend into sufferings. But like the Buddha's blessings, so they are giving me an opportunity to avoid it. So how could I be angry with them? And then next heading is stopping impatient with those who do three things to you, have contempt for you, or say offensive or unpleasant things to you. So we're going to recite this Samantapatra prayers. No. The King of Prayers.
Yeah. Jul garden, mother dead. Helen Nadia, their part.
And then Helen Seaman, who?
Yeah.
And then also we dedicate for the Helen Seaman? Cinnamon, yeah.